Hey, history enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some of the most embarrassing moments in ancient history. Yes, even the mighty empires and famous leaders we read about had their cringe-worthy moments. So, let's jump right in.
The Roman chicken prophecy.
Our first embarrassing moment takes us to ancient Rome. Now, the Romans were superstitious people, and they believed in omens. One of their strangest customs involved chickens. Yes, chickens. Before a battle, Roman generals would consult these sacred birds. If the chickens ate eagerly, it was a sign of victory. But if they didn't, well, it was bad news. Now, in 249 BC, during the First Punic War, a Roman commander named Publius Claudius Pulcher was about to engage in a naval battle against Carthage. The sacred chickens were brought out, but they refused to eat. Claudius, not wanting to be delayed, threw the chickens overboard, saying, "If they won't eat, let them drink." The result? The Romans were utterly defeated. It was a huge embarrassment, not just for Claudius, but for Rome as a whole. This incident showed that even the bravest generals could be brought low by their own hubris.
Cleopatra's rolling carpet.
Next, we travel to ancient Egypt, where we find one of the most famous queens in history, Cleopatra. Cleopatra was known for her beauty, intelligence, and dramatic flair. But one of her most famous entrances didn't quite go as planned. When Cleopatra wanted to meet Julius Caesar, she needed to sneak into his palace without being seen by her enemies. So, she came up with a clever plan. She had herself rolled up in a carpet and smuggled into Caesar's room. The idea was that she would be unveiled dramatically, making a powerful impression on Caesar. But here's the embarrassing part. As the servants unrolled the carpet, Cleopatra tumbled out awkwardly, definitely not the grand entrance she had in mind. Despite the clumsy introduction, Cleopatra managed to charm Caesar, but that moment remains a bit of an ancient blooper.
Xerxes and the Hellenic League.
Now let's head over to ancient Greece and Persia. In 480 BC, the Persian king Xerxes launched a massive invasion of Greece. He had one of the largest armies the world had ever seen. So confident was he in his power that he had a throne set up on a hill to watch the Battle of Salamis, expecting an easy victory over the Greeks. But things didn't go according to plan. The Greeks, though outnumbered, used clever tactics and their superior naval skills to outmaneuver and destroy the Persian fleet. From his throne, Xerxes watched as his mighty navy was decimated. It was a colossal embarrassment for the Persian Empire and a turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars.
The Emperor's new clothes.
Let's switch to ancient China now, where we meet Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China. He was a powerful leader, but he also had some unusual quirks. One of the most embarrassing incidents involves his obsession with immortality. Qin Shi Huang was terrified of death, so he sent out expeditions to find the elixir of life. One day, a magician claimed he had found a way to make the emperor live forever, but it involved wearing a special, invisible robe that only immortals could see. The emperor, desperate to believe, paraded around in his magic robe, convinced he was fooling everyone. Of course, the robe didn't exist, and people pretended to admire it out of fear. But behind his back, everyone was laughing. In the end, Qin Shi Huang's fear of death made him the subject of ridicule.
The shame of the pharaohs.
Our final stop is back in ancient Egypt with the mighty pharaoh Ramses II. Ramses was known as one of Egypt's greatest rulers, but even he had his moments of embarrassment. During the Battle of Kadesh against the Hittites, Ramses led his troops into what he thought was a surprise attack. But it turned out that the Hittites had tricked him. They had abandoned their camp on purpose to lure the Egyptians into a trap. Ramses was caught off guard and had to fight desperately to escape. Though he later claimed a great victory, the truth was that Ramses barely survived the battle and had to retreat. His boasts of triumph were more about saving face than reality. So, there you have it, some of the most embarrassing moments in ancient history. These events show us that even the most powerful people in history had their off days. But maybe that's what makes history so interesting, seeing the human side of the legends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.